The 2019 Ford Edge SEL. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. In this video, we're going to talk about the standard as well as optional equipment that is available on the SEL trim of the 2019 Ford Edge. This is one of the series of our going through the Ford Edge, going through the different trims. So if you haven't had a chance yet, we did one on the SE. Actually did one on the ST because it came out one of our first vehicles we have. But we're also going to do this SEL, and we'll also do a titanium after this one. So be looking for those videos in our series. If you're watching this on YouTube, we're going to have timestamps as well as prices for the different equipment group, as well as the different packages and standalone options. So definitely check that out. Look in the description for that, those different timestamps and the prices for those. So this is going to be a very thorough video. First thing we want to talk about, we're going to go around the vehicle, talk about the styling on the exterior as well as the equipment on the interior, and we're going to talk about some safety next. So let's go ahead and move forward to that part of the video so you can get a little idea of some different safety features that is going to be standard on all your edges. Now, normally in this section I just cover some of the different safety features. We're also going to talk about a package that is only available in two other vehicles for the 2019 model year, and that's a CoPilot 360. So we're going to talk about that towards the end of the safety features. So just stay tuned for that and don't fast forward too fast so you can cover, so you get all the information on that package too. The first thing I want to talk about on the safety though of the vehicle is the personal safety system. So it is a dual stage front airbag for the driver and front passenger. It's going to deploy a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the steering wheel. You also get a driver knee airbag as well as a glove compartment knee airbag as well for the passenger over there too. So that's going to protect them from those front collisions. Side impact airbags on the side of those seats for the driver and front passenger, as well as the safety canopy airbags that can come down and deploy from those side collisions there. It does have advanced track with roll stability control with a rollover sensor, so that way the whole goal behind that is to keep you on your intended path. It's going to include curve control, so if you're going into those curves a little too fast, maybe it's a slick driving road, it kind of helps you stay on your intended path that way, and hopefully you don't roll over. Also, it does have SOS post-crash alert system that's going to honk the horns and flash the lights if you're off the road and you need help. And it also does come with 911 assist, where you can call 911 directly as long as you have your Bluetooth enabled phone hooked up to the system there. So real nice safety features there. You also do have the latch system, the lower anchors and tethers for children that allow you to securely fasten those seats, those car seats down into the back of those seats back there. And you do have the child safety locks. It's going to lock these doors so they can't open them from the inside. That's available as well with this. You also do have the secure lock, the passive anti-theft system. So if the doors are locked, someone tries to get in, either breaking the glass or even if the windows are rolled down and they go into the perimeter of the vehicle, it's going to go ahead and activate that. It actually puts a little message on the screen that it's going to go ahead and honk the horns if the vehicle doesn't start within about, I think it's 20 or 30 seconds of the vehicle, so that way other people know that there's someone that's tried to enter your vehicle without the keys on them. So do make sure that if you do have the vehicle locked, that you go ahead and make sure you unlock it using the remote or the keyless entry to get into the vehicle. So some great safety features there. Also, I want to talk about a couple different great safety features as part of the CoPilot 360. Again, this is going to be standard on all your edges, so I did cover this on the SE, but I'm going to cover it on this part of the video just in case you haven't had a chance to watch that video. So the CoPilot 360 includes 5 great safety features that are going to be standard on this vehicle. One of those is going to the pre-collision assist with pedestrian detection. So what's great about this is that pre-collision assist includes forward collision warning, it includes the brake support and pedestrian detection. So that way if there's someone in front of you and you're not stopping, it's going to go ahead and tell you with a series of tones on the series of tones as well as lights on the dash that you need to brake, and it's going to initiate brake support if you don't. So great system, also detects those pedestrians as well in front of you. So great system that's going to be included within this. Also, you're going to get your lane keeping system. It includes 3 features within that system. One of them is your driver alert. That it's going to let you know if you're taking your hands off the steering wheel, you use the system too often, it's going to know that and alert you with those messages on the dash as well as some tones that you need to go ahead and put your hands back on the steering wheel. Comes with your lane keeping aid system and your alert system. Let's talk about the alert system first. If you're going to leave your lane, the system will actually let you know that you're leaving your lane by vibrating the steering wheel, so that way you can correct yourself if you'd like to. If you have it in the aid system or both, what it's going to do is if you start to leave that lane, it's going to use torque vectoring to bring you back into your lane. So I love how that works The lane keeping system is standard equipment. You do not have to have your cruise on for that to be activated. It can even be activated in town on your residential streets as well. You also get your BLIS system with this, the blind spot information system with cross traffic alert. And the way that works, if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. As you're backing up, the cross traffic alert works if there's someone who's going to cross your path behind you. So it's going to use a light on the side of that mirror, on the side that they're coming from, puts a message on the dash telling you if they're coming from the left or the right in a series of tones that it's not safe to back up. Love this system. It's a lifesaver for me a couple times backing up my expedition, so I think you'll really appreciate that system that's part of this. Also, you're going to get auto high beams. Auto high beams are going to work like automatic headlights we're going to talk about in just a little bit. If you have it in the auto high beam setting, it's going to turn those high beams on if there's no one in front of you. It's dark enough outside. There's no city lights. If there's city lights or someone approaches you, it's going to go ahead and automatically turn those off. So that way you don't forget. So it's a nice safety feature for the auto high beam, especially for those that tend to forget to shut their high beams off when somebody approaches them. So that is a setting that you can deactivate or activate in your settings screen under the advanced settings for your lighting. So that's easy to be able to turn on and off. And of course, your rear view camera. Rear view camera is going to come in real handy because then you can see as you're backing up, and that is also part of this CoPilot 360. So great features that I think you really like. Also come new for 2019 is your post collision braking. So if for some reason the automatic emergency braking is what it's going to do is it's going to work if you're going over 30 miles an hour to hopefully lessen that severity of that accident. And then it'll go ahead and also use post collision braking to go ahead and stop you. So if you do end up getting in that accident, it's going to help with that braking after that happens. So if you're going under 30, Ford system doesn't actually initiate the brake support. So that's post-collision braking will help with that as well. So let's go ahead and move forward now and talk about some of the features on the front of the vehicle. Now, as we talk about the front, first I'm going to tell you this is going to be standard in front-wheel drive, but you can also get the optional all-wheel drive. And the optional all-wheel drive will come with the select shift transmission with the paddle shifters on the steering wheel. So you can shift it like a manual transmission as long as you have the all-wheel drive. So that select shift is only available with your all-wheel drive vehicles. Also, it's going to come standard with the 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine, the only engine available on the SEL trim. That engine is going to deliver 250 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. So pretty good amount of power behind that engine. And also with that, you're going to get auto start-stop technology, which means when you pull up to stoplight, stop sign, and you press your brake, it's going to turn the vehicle off. As soon as you release from the brake, it's going to turn it back on. That's the whole goal there is try to help conserve on fuel economy. If for some reason that's something you don't want to activate, you can press the button that is going to be located just below your dial shifter there, right in front of the console, and you can deactivate it for that trip. Also, let's go ahead and talk about fuel economy right now. Your front wheel drives are going to get you about 22 miles per gallon in the city and about 29 miles per gallon on the highway. And your all-wheel drive will get you about 21 miles per gallon in the city and about 28 miles per gallon on the highway. So pretty good fuel economy out of this vehicle here. I think you'll really appreciate on that. We'll come with your 8-speed automatic transmission, which is a new transmission, includes your active warm-up there for that transmission. So real good 8-speed transmission that'll help you be very efficient with this vehicle as well. Now let's go ahead and talk about some of the styling in here. You're going to see active grille shutters on this vehicle, and it's actually probably hard to see. I'm not probably going to be able to get a clip of that, but it works a lot like your shutters in your house. So when you're in the town, you're going to have those shutters open, allowing more airflow in to cool the engine off when it's you're stopping and starting a lot in the city. When you get on the highway, it's going to go ahead and close those active shutters, so that way that air will flow around and give you a little more aerodynamics on the highway. So that's something that's going to come standard on these. You're going to have also EPAS, electronic power assist steering. With this, it's going to really, that makes it a little more dynamic for you when you're steering the vehicle. Slower speeds, like in parking lots, it's going to be a little bit easier to turn that steering wheel, but on the highway, it's going to stiffen it up so that wind doesn't push you from side to side when you're going down the highway. Now up here on the grille, it does have the similar grille as the SE. So chrome bars with a chrome surround, silver accent mesh in between there. So great look to the vehicle. Body colored bumpers throughout here. You will have this molded in black here with a silver accent on the lower part of that down there. High gloss finish right in here with some nice chrome accents underneath there. You will have LED fog lights, is something you get when you go up to the SEL. Your headlights will continue to be like the SE. They're going to be those LED low and high beam. So buy LEDs for those. Automatic features well, so they'll come on automatically when it gets dark, turn off when it gets light, as long as you have it in the auto setting up there. Great features to go along with that. We talked about an auto high beam as part of the CoPilot 360 features there. You do have these LED lights as well up here, configurable daytime running lights that can be on, that go across and over the top there. So nice high gloss black finish in those headlight assembly as well there. So great look to the front of the vehicle. Also up here, you are going to get the laminated acoustic glass up here, which makes it a little bit quieter when people when you're driving down the highway, keeping it a little bit quieter inside. Also, you're going to get the windshield wiper de-icers as standard equipment on this, or actually, the rain sensing wipers are standard equipment. And what that's going to do is when you have the rain sensing wiper settings, one of those auto settings there, it's going to go ahead and turn those wipers on if it starts to rain. Rains a little harder, it's going to wipe them a little faster. And windshield wiper de-icers, we'll talk about in just a little bit. It's actually part of a package that you can get on as we're going to continue on to the vehicle. So let's go ahead now and move to the side of it and go over some of the features here on the side. But the standard wheel will be an 18-inch split spoke silver painted aluminum wheel. So it's a great looking wheel in itself. I'll give you a clip from Ford's website what that's going to look like, and then we'll talk about this optional wheel when we get to standalone options. The mirror is going to be a body colored mirror cap. We'll have the turn signal indicator on the outside, which is LED. We'll have your security approach lamp that's going to light the ground beside the vehicle as well. And that can be activated either by using a remote as you get close to unlock it, or when you use intelligent access, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit. It does have your power heated mirror as well. That glass will be heated, so it'll heat that off in the winter time for you. And manual fold feature as well, so you can just fold that in if you need to in those parking lots and such like that. So pretty nice features there. You do get upgraded with security approach lamp when you go up to the SEL from the SE mirror. Talk about the intelligent access for a second. You can leave that key fob in your pocket. You just walk up, put your hands in the door handle. It's going to automatically unlock the vehicle, allow you to get access in and out of the vehicle. Push button start when you get inside, and then when you get out, you just press the ridges here on any of the doors, and it's going to lock the vehicle up. So you don't have to get the keys out to get in and out of the vehicle or to start the vehicle, which is very convenient for you. Also here on the keypad on the side, you do have an invisible keypad as well. That's something you do get when you go up to the SEL. So what's great about it is it does disappear after a little while, so people don't really see that you have it. But you can use that keypad to get in and out of the vehicle if you don't have the keys on you, or if you want to leave the keys inside. So that's probably a time you'd want to use that keypad entry there. On the SEL, you do have the bright molding here that goes around the windows, so just real nice look here to it. Also the bright side rails up here on the roof, that is an upgrade from the black to these the silver painted on your SEL trim as well. Does have your black molding on the bottom, and that molded in black down there just kind of help protect it, because the SUV sits a little higher, so you will have a few more rocks maybe kicking up onto the side of the vehicle, and that will protect that down there, so you won't have that none of those rocks kicking up and chipping the paint on the side of your vehicle. So real nice look here. Privacy glass here on the side windows as well as the back glass. This keeps it a little bit cooler for everyone inside there. And then easy fuel capless filler door. It is standard equipment on all of your edges, as well as a lot of other vehicles. What's great about it, you don't have a cap to worry about leaving behind. You just open up the door, put your nozzle in there, fill it up. When you're done, go ahead and shut the door. And so it works real nicely. Really, you can't actually use a lot of those pumps. You need a funnel if you run out of gas. You fill it up, because it's the perfect size for the actual fuel pumps, and a lot of your others will not be able to get in there. A lot of people are concerned about locking fuel caps and such. You really don't need to worry about that, because you can't get into it unless you have one of the nozzles from your fuel pump. So real nice features that are on the side of it here, but let's go ahead and continue to the back. Now as we move to the back, you're going to see up here a body colored rear spoiler. It does have a molded in black underneath there on the bottom part of that. A high gloss finish on these pieces on the side here. Rear defrost with rear wiper. Nice black accent here on the back. I really love that different look here for 2019. Chrome accent. Right below that, LED tail lights are going to be standard equipment. So all LEDs around the vehicle here. Your headlights, your tail lights, your fog lights. as well as those high beams there. Also, you're going to get reverse sensing as standard equipment on your SELs. That is an upgrade from the SE. Rear view camera with a rear washer as well. I didn't mention that earlier. That will help keep that clear, especially in the wintertime when you get some of that smuck on the back of that rear view camera. So you're going to have the washer back there too. Down under here, you're going to see the silver finish under here, kind of mimics the front as well as your molded in bumpers there on the lower part of that bumper there. It does have your dual exhaust under here too, with those chrome tips back there too. Now this does have your manual lift gate, just like the SE, so you don't get any upgrades there. Now this one actually does have power lift gate. We're going to talk about that as a package here in just a little bit and why we like to go to that package. But here in the back, you're going to see it does have, we're going to go ahead and pull out some of these mats in here. You do get carpeted mats in the footwells in the front as well as the second row seats. So those are going to come standard equipment, and we usually put those back here. And then inside here, you're going to see pretty good amount of room for this vehicle, carpeted in the bottom as well as those seat backs there. And you do have some nice compartments back here. Now when you go to SEL, you get these switches over here to the left, right beside this power point right here. What that allows you to do is release those seats with these electronic buttons back here. So it is a power release, not a power fold. So you just press the button here. I'm going to pick that left one, and it's going to go ahead and release that seat so that way it falls forward, giving you that flexibility to be able to slide that little different luggage or whatever you might have in there. So that way you don't have to go around and flip the levers like you do on the SE trim. So that's great features here on the inside. You do have some little spots over here where you can flip these little hooks down, as well as you have some loops down here. You can position the cargo netting in there. I think we left that in the glove box, and that way you can position the cargo netting back there, putting all those smaller items there so that way they won't roll around on you. So real nice and able to be used there, and some great flexibility. Underneath here, you can also see some storage compartments. Can manage that storage back in there real nice and easy. So that way you can put different things in there underneath. There's some of the smaller items, maybe even if you want to hide them. And of course the spare tires in there as well. So I love how the storage is underneath there. Sometimes we forget to look underneath these little compartments for all these little storage areas. There's also a couple here on the left and the right. See a bigger one over there where you can store some things in, as well as a little small one right above that light back there that lights up the back cargo area. So great features back here in the back, and now we'll go ahead and move forward and talk about some other interior features as well. Now moving to the interior. Now the interior here, it can be available in two different color interiors. This one happens to be your dune interior. So you're going to see the inserts on your door as well as your seats, and the headrest or the headliner is going to be that dune interior. But you're going to see ebony throughout the vehicle other than that. Now your ebony takes everything that's dune, of course, becomes ebony now with this. Your trim though on this, it does have the gray accents above your glove box, as well as you're going to see those around your the door handles, on the instrument cluster as well, or this console, I should say. So a great look to the interior here. Standard equipment is still going to be on the SEL, the cloth seats. There will be an option for leather seats in just a little bit. SE does not have an option for leather seats, so this is where you're going to have that features on your SEL. And this happens to be the leather seats because we figured on the SEL you just will go with that 201A equipment group, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit, for the leather seats. But you will have cloth seating surfaces. Hopefully I get some clips of that with this. Now you're going to get 10-way power adjustable seat for the driver, so it's going to include your power lumbar and power recline. The passenger seat will be a power adjustable seat. It's a 6-way, does not control. It's going to be a manual recline and no lumbar for you whatsoever. We'll talk about some other features for the seat, for that seat here in just a little bit. And so you're going to have at least some power adjustment for the passenger seat over there. Back seat, seats 3 back there. You do have an armrest that comes out of middle backrest back there as well. Behind the console here, you're going to have vents for the heat and air conditioning to come through, as well as you're going to have a power point down there to be able to power some of those different cell phone adapters in there. The adjustments here for on the door, power windows, locks, mirror switches, including auto one touch for those front windows there. It does have a leather wrap steering wheel, standard on your SEL trim. You do have a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Just pull the lever that's under here, and that allows you to be able to go up and down, forward and back for that, and then just go ahead and put that back into position. On the steering wheel, you're going to see controls for this. You have 2 D-pads up here. The one here on the left is going to control your features here. And this one actually is controls for this particular screen, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit as an upgrade as part of the convenience package. But you will have one 4.2-inch screen there, and you control it with the D-pad on the left. Right below that is going to be your cruise control, where you're going to be able to control that. This in here is also something you're going to see in just a little bit. We're going to talk about. There's an extra button there that is going to be able to control some things that is part of the adaptive cruise control. On the right side over here, you're going to see controls for your audio controls, making and receiving phone calls. The D-pad up there will look a little different on your 200A equipment group because you have one screen instead of two up here, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit here. Push button start is going to be positioned just to the right of your column there. Also, you're going to have your dual zone auto climate control, so the driver and front passenger are going to have two different temperatures, and your audio controls will look a little different. Those heated buttons will not be there. Heated seats is not standard on an SEL. We'll talk about what package you're going to get that in just a little bit. For your audio controls, it is a 6-speaker audio sound system here, so you're going to have that. We'll talk about a premium audio sound system in just a little bit. You will have AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, no CD player in the SEL trim. You will have an 8-inch touchscreen that is a Sync 3 system, third generation voice enhanced recognition system, where you can make and receive phone calls, control your audio through there as well, and just some entertainment. And then you're going to see your backup camera is going to come into view in that full 8-inch screen right here that you're going to nice touch screen here in the middle of your center stack here. Above that, you're going to see a little compartment. You can just press that button and it's going to open that up, so you have a little extra compartment up here. They did keep that from 2018 with the new model in 2019, so that's nice to see that they did value that and keep that in this vehicle here. Up here on the mirror, you do have, there's auto-dimming rear view mirror up here, and I think that is standard equipment even on your SE as well, so that way when those cars come up behind you with those bright lights, it's going to automatically dim that mirror there. And then on this overhead console, you will have a sunglass compartment up here, as well as your switches for your lights up here too. Now let's talk about the center console here. You will have a little compartment up here, or we like to call it the media hub, where you're going to have two smart USB ports and enough room to be able to store some different things down in there. So it's a real nice little compartment to put some things in there. You will see your rotary dial shifter here, which you've seen them. That's new for this model year, having that right there. And then I mentioned your emergency brakes right behind that, and then your auto start stop button is going to be right behind that before you get to the console. A couple cup holders here, as well as a little compartment to be able to put some small items in there. Some of the smaller cell phones might fit in there, as well as you have a slot behind the cup holders and just in front of the console as well. You have two levers for the console. The one on the right is going to open up that lid. You'll see a shallow tray. You can put smaller stuff in there with access to a coin tray that's just below that. If you press the left one, it actually holds that compartment, that shallow tray, against the top of the console, so you can see the bigger compartment down there. There is a power point in there as well, so you can power different devices in there, and there is some curved slots on both sides for those cords to come through if you want to charge those different devices right there. So also another thing I want to talk about real quick before we move on to some different other packages, and one of those is the Ford Pass Connect is standard equipment on your SEL trim. That allows you to stay connected to your vehicle using the Ford Pass app. It's a free app you download, and you can be able to access and do a lot of cool features. And once you activate your modem, you're going to be able to remote start your vehicle from anywhere using the app. You can unlock and lock your vehicle. You can even schedule remote start times, locate your vehicle. A lot of great features. You can see the maintenance on your vehicle, tire pressure, fuel economy, or fuel gauge. Where it's setting at any time using the app, and also you can schedule services through there. So some great features that Ford's really going to bring in even more features starting in April, where you can have rewards programs. So if you do purchase a vehicle after April, you're going to get some special rewards for some different couple free oil changes, as well as tire rotation for the first 2 services there. We already do that here at McArthur. Now Ford will actually reimburse us as a dealership, but for those dealerships that aren't doing that, it's going to go ahead and give it to those dealerships as well. So great features here. That's standard equipment on the 200A is what we call this. Now let's go ahead and talk about one other equipment group. It's called the 201A equipment group. Now we're going to talk about the 201A equipment group. It is the only other equipment group other than the 200A for the SEL trim, and this is where you're going to get the upgrade for your leather seats. So it also includes 4 other features along with that. So we're going to talk about these leather seats. Ford likes to call them their Active X leather seats. So just like you're seeing with this one here, give you a close-up of those. Real nice stitching on the inserts on those, and very comfortable leather seats. You also get heated seats for the driver and front passenger up here. So those controls we talked about earlier with those heated seat buttons, that's where you're gonna be able to control those, as well as in your climate control on your 8-inch touchscreen there too. Also, it's going to get upgraded to a premium 9-speaker audio sound system. With that, you're going to get an extra speaker up there on the dash, as well as I think an extra speaker in the doors. I'm not sure where the other 2 extra speakers are, but it is going to get upgraded to a premium audio sound system along with that. You're also going to get upgraded to that second 4.2-inch LCD screen in your instrument cluster. So earlier I tried showing you a clip of that so you could see it here. And that's where you're going to see the 2 D-pads on the steering wheel now. The one on the left will control the left 4.2-inch screen where your settings and all are going to be located. The right one is going to control your different features, part of that Sync 3 screen. So your phone, your climate, and everything you control right here without having to take your hands off the steering wheel, giving you that second screen over there. Also, you're going to get upgraded with LED signature daytime running lights. So I did mention daytime running lights was standard equipment, and it is LED, but it's that headlight there that can be configured as a daytime running light. Now you're going to get the LED signature lighting, and it's that LED light bar that goes across the top around those headlights that looks really sharp when you're driving down the road, not only daytime but also at nighttime. Now we're going to start talking about some different packages, and the first one, probably the most popular package that we'll probably order on almost all of our vehicles, is going to be the convenience package. It does require you to have the 201A equipment group, which gets you the leather seats, and then also it gets you these equipment we're going to talk about. A couple here on the outside, and then we'll jump inside and cover a couple features in there. Now, first one I want to talk about is the perimeter alarm. And I mentioned the passive NFF system. I was a little incorrect there. The perimeter alarm is where it detects if people are going into the vehicle and not starting the vehicle. That is part of your perimeter alarm, which is part of this package. The passive NFF system just deters them from stealing the vehicle, and it does have a little light on the dash there and lets you know that. So unless you know that it's activated. So the perimeter alarm is part of this features. Also, you get remote start. So now it kind of upgrades this remote a little bit, and I'm going to show you a clip of that, so how this works. So if you hit that power button first and then hit the remote start twice, then it's going to go ahead and remote start the vehicle. It's going to go ahead, it actually lights up green on the remote and lets you know it's started. So you can use your app, but this is a little bit quicker way to use it if you're close enough to the vehicle. If you want to start it or stop that, you can just press and hold that remote start, and it's going to go ahead and shut it off, and it'll light up red. So red means it's not running, green it is running. So the remote start is going to be part of these features. You'll also notice there's a button under there with the power lift gate button. So this does have power lift gate, but it also has hands-free foot activated lift gate. So just give it a kick here in the middle, and it's going to go ahead and open the lift gate up for you. So that's a great feature that's going to be included as part of this convenience package, along with some interior features. So let's jump inside and show you some of those as well. Now, as part of this convenience package in here, you're also going to get the 110 outlet behind the console back here. So you're going to have that. You can turn, people with the regular plug-ins can be able to go ahead and plug in their phones there, charging them up, or even laptops or something like that. So you're going to have those back there. Also up here on the visor, you're going to have universal garage door openers that'll be able to open up or program up to 3 different garage doors, transmitters, even gates. If you have a transmitter, gate that uses a transmitter, those can be programmed using this home link system up here on the visor. Also, you're going to get wireless charging pad. Down here in the media hub, you're going to have this two smart USB ports, but also you have a wireless charging pad in there. It's perfect size. You put that smartphone down in there. You can keep it out of the way, being able to make and receive phone calls using this system here, and let it use the wireless charging pad. So some of your Android phones have had it for years now. iPhone now has it for the iPhone 10 now finally has it. So now you can be able to use those wireless charging pads if you have the newer Apple phone or some of those other Android phones as well. So some great features as part of this. You can see why this is going to be a very popular package that will order almost all of our SEL trim vehicles with this 201A with the convenience package. Now we're going to talk about the cold weather package. This also does require you to have the 201A equipment group at least to be able to get this package on it. And this is going to be a very nice package to have in the wintertime. And it is going to get you the windshield wiper de-icers. So what's great about those is in the wintertime, that windshield gets defrosted. It's still cold outside. Those wipers then maybe wipe that snow or whatever off. So they get wet. They freeze up on you. With the windshield wiper de-icers, you don't have to worry about that. It's going to keep those defrosted for you or de-iced. so that way they're actually functional in those cold weather situations like that, where it is snowing or raining or sleeting, something like that. So that'll be a nice feature to have as part of this package. You're also going to get floor liners. They're going to be the tray-like all-weather mats. They're going to be in the footwells there in the front seat, as well as the footwells in the back seat. Comes in real handy, especially if you're getting tracing snow and water and different things into the vehicle. Use those all-weather mats. You're still going to get the carpeted mats as well. They're also going to include those to go along with it. And then your heated steering wheel. There is going to be a button. You'll have to activate that in the 8-inch touchscreen there, where you can turn the heated steering wheel on, and it's going to warm up that steering wheel. Also, it's going to be part of your remote start setting. So whether you use the app or the remote, it's going to also include your heating steering wheel to warm up the vehicle. Now we're going to talk about the CoPilot 360 Assist. This does require you to have the 201A equipment group, and it does kind of go along hand in hand with the CoPilot 360. And so I love this package. And for the Edge, there is one feature that's not included in some of the other vehicles that have the CoPilot 360 and the option for the CoPilot 360 Assist. So the first feature I want to talk about is your adaptive cruise control. And what's great about that is you can have that is going to be like this on the steering wheel, where you can adjust the gap there. If you're going behind somebody going slower than you, it's going to slow you down to go their speed until you either pass them, and it'll speed you back up or resume you, or even it'll bring you to a complete stop. If they stop to a complete stop, it will do as well. You don't have to hit your brake, and as they take off and speed back up, you'll speed back up with that safe distance there. So great system there that's going to be a part of this. You're also going to get the voice activated navigation system with the touchscreen nav. So you're going to have that navigation where you can set your destination, pinch and zoom capabilities, just like you have on your smartphone. It does come with the Sirius XM traffic and travel link, so you can see those different gas prices, the weather map as well, and having that to go along with it. So that's a great feature to have. But also the one that you don't see on any of the other vehicles that are available on the Edge as part of this package is the evasive steering. So this has been tested in Europe, and now they brought it over on the Edge, and you're going to see it with this vehicle. What it's going to do is it's not going to go ahead and steer around and to avoid an accident, but it's going to assist your turning of the steering wheel. So if you can't stop in time to avoid that accident and you need to turn, if it knows that you're turning, or as you start turning the steering wheel, it makes it easier to turn that. So it does assist you in that evasive steering situation. So that's a great system. Again, it's only available on the Edge right now as part of this package. It's CoPilot 360 Assist. Now we're going to talk about two last packages that are available for you. One of those does require you to get from the factory, and that is your Class 2 trailer tow package. It does require you to have the 201A equipment group and all-wheel drive on your vehicle, and it will give you the trailer sway control, and it will also give you the Class 2 receiver hitch. So you can tow that little small trailer. I think the maximum towing on this is about 3,000 pounds. If I'm not mistaken. So you can actually add that. Of course, it has to be done from the factory on your vehicle. Now this other package is the cargo accessory package. Can be either ordered from the factory, and if it is, it'll be shipped to the dealership ahead of time, and they'll put it in there for you, or you can order it through your Ford Accessories. Now this includes 3 features within this package. You're going to get your cargo mat, and your cargo mat is going to go back there in the cargo area as you'd expect on the floor. I believe it's an all-weather mat that goes in there, tough material there, so that way if you're going to get it dirty a lot, that's something you might want to make sure you have in this vehicle. Also, you get the rear bumper cover, and that's going to go on that rear bumper, so it kind of protects that bumper back there, because it usually doesn't have a bumper protector there. So that way, if you tend to drop things as you're lifting them into the cargo area, it might be a good thing to have that protector. Also, you get the retractable cargo cover, and that's going to go back there in position, so that way you can pull that cover back. It protects it so people can't see the different belongings you have back there, especially if you carry a lot of things, valuables and such back there, golf clubs, whatever it might be. Having that retractable cover comes in handy. It's also removable, so you can take it out, put it, store it in your garage if you need to. If you know you're going to carry some things, put it back in there, and then it can retract forward and back for you. So those are 2 different packages that are available for you as well. Now we're going to talk about standalone options. Now normally I like to talk, kind of break out the standard equipment when it comes to what you have to get from the factory and the accessories into 2 separate categories. So we're going to do those first. There's only about 3 for each. on the SEL trim. So first let's go ahead and talk about this factory installed optional equipment that you have. One of them is going to be these wheels. We saw them earlier, 18-inch machine face aluminum wheel with those dark premium painted pockets. So this is an optional equipment on the 201A equipment group. It's not available with the 200A. So real nice optional wheel for you. Also your moonroof, Panoramic Vista roof up here with the open and closed glass as well as the power sunshade. Does remove these roof rack rails. So if you like the rails, you have to choose between one of the two. It does also require you to have the 201A equipment group or higher to get that. And also it does move the light that's on the dome, on the roof. It'll move it to the sides. Two lights on both sides there on the pillars because of that glass roof up there. Also, you can get the engine block heater. It is available in the 200 or 201A equipment group. A lot of people live in those cold weather states and like to plug those engine block heaters in overnight to keep their engine a little bit warmed up, if they don't have a garage, so you can plug in as an extension cord into the engine block heater, and that's available for you as optional equipment. Now let's talk about some accessories. These can be either ordered from the factory, and if they are shipped to the dealership ahead of time. The dealer will put them in, or you can get them through your Ford Accessories after the fact. The first one we've kind of already talked about as part of a package, and that is your all-weather floor mats. Those floor liners, they can go in the footwells there in the front seat as well as the footwells in the back seat. So that is optional equipment. And all of these on the accessories are available in the 200 or 201A equipment group. So all-weather mats are available for you. Also, you get the dual headrest rear entertainment system. So that is available for you as a standalone option. And of course, you can get it from the factory. What's great about it is it plays two different DVDs, two different plug-ins for you. It has AV cables. I think it even has HDMI cable plug-ins. So it'll replace these front headrests with the bigger dual DVD, or they used to be called them DVD, but now they're rear entertainment because you can do more than just watch DVDs on those. So those will be replaced. They also come with headphones, I believe, too. You can also get a wheel locking kit. So that's available on the 200 or 201A as well. So it does replace, it gives you 4 lug nuts that have a wrench that goes specific for that one. And so that way you replace it with one on each of the 4 wheels there. If you really want to make sure you protect those, if you live in a neighborhood where you have a lot of problems with that, the wheel locking kit is something you can order as a standalone option as well. Now your factory warranty is going to be a 3-year, 36,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty with a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty and a 5-year, 60,000-mile roadside assistance. So pretty good warranties. We see that about all of our other Ford vehicles. And don't forget, you can check out any of our inventory on our website at lawmcarthur.com. They're in each one of our vehicles. You can check for availability, you can schedule a test drive, you can see pictures, as well as you can pull up the window stickers and even do a VR experience, kind of an outside as well as an inside perspective on each one of our vehicles. One thing you're going to notice on our website is on our pricing. We have our MSRP price and our internet price, which includes the rebates, as well as on a lot of our Edge vehicles, we're due invoice minus rebate. So it takes all the negotiating out of your hands, so you don't have to worry about that. You know you're going to get a great deal because you're going to get it priced invoice minus rebate. Just a great way to shop for a vehicle anymore. Check out the photos in there while you're at it, the spins, that kind of thing, and I think you'll really appreciate it. If you have any questions, you can call or send us a text message at 785-378-5031, or you can call us toll free 1-800-874-6316. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Very informative. If you have any questions, don't forget you can contact us. You can also look down in the description down below if you're watching this on YouTube, and you can move around on those timestamps. Definitely save this to your playlist so you can refer back to it at any time, and it will also be on our website under our video library, so definitely check that out too. So I hope you enjoyed this video on the 2019 Ford Edge SEL. So if you're watching this part of the video, then you have a special offer for all of our YouTube subscribers and viewers, and that's going to be free shipping on any one of our vehicles to your door if you live within 48 states here in the United States. Outside of Alaska and Hawaii, and we do ask you to finance the vehicle with us because we're very transparent about it. The shipping does cost us money. It's not free to us, but we don't want to incur it onto you. And so if you finance with us, our lenders give us a kickback on every finance deal that we bring to them, whether it be through Ford or any of our national lenders. And so that's a great way for us to be able to incur some of that cost and take care of that and not incur it onto you. So we like being able to provide a great deal to customers that want to make sure they get the right vehicle. You're going to get that with the dealership that knows their product like we do here at McArthur. So definitely reach out to us. Again, you can call us or send us a text message at 378-5031, or you can call us toll free 1-800-874-6316. If you have any questions, don't forget you can leave them down in the comments down below. I do read all those, respond to them myself, and I love getting that feedback. If I miss something, let me know. I'll definitely make sure I highlight that comment so other people will see that as well. We like to make this a very thorough video and very informative video, and that's why we do these videos, is for our customers so they can see that. So definitely take advantage of that. Actually, you can also reach out to me on social media as well. I'm at Tim Bartz on Facebook or Twitter. So definitely reach out to me. I love connecting with people and getting to know them, and they get to know me a little bit better as well. I do also go ahead and tweet out all of our videos as they come out. So I will retweet those from the dealership's Twitter account as well. That one's going to be at Law McArthur. You can also check that one out too. So hopefully you really enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. Hit that thumbs up button. That way other people know it's a great video they need to watch. I'd really appreciate it, and it really helps out the channel. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, you could hit that red subscribe button down below the video, as well as in the corner of the video, or at the end of this, the logo there in the middle. Great way to subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell if you want to get notified every time we have a new video uploaded to our channel. Also, at the end of this, you're going to see a couple different recommended playlists. One of them is going to be the full 2019 Ford Edge playlist, the SE, the SEL, Titanium, all those will be right there, as well as our 2019 full product playlist. So all these videos, all make, model, trim ones, I put into one big playlist. So check those out too if you're looking for some other different product videos. Until the next video, we'll see you later.